Hello, FC Barcelona fans. It's your boy, Coach Jrod. As you guys know, I started a new segment called Fan Talk. And I had the opportunity to talk with one of the coolest fans that have always commented on my videos. And we always had a great back and forth. Not always agreeing, but a very respectful back and forth. And this fan is from Nigeria. And I hope you guys enjoy this conversation we had. And I can't wait to do more conversations with a lot of you out there. So without further ado and not wasting too much time, let's go right into Fan Talk. Yes, sir. Boom! Hello, Barcelona fans. Everybody subscribe to the YouTube channel and all of you Barcelona Live people out there. I got one of the coolest and actually, in my opinion, one of the guys who's always commenting and has great analysis on the games and everything that's going out there. Akeem, he's from Nigeria. He's right here with me, as you guys could tell. Akeem, first thing I want to ask you, man, how big is the FCB fan hood over there where you're from? And what made you a Barcelona fan?
Oh, wow. Well, first of all, thanks for having me here. Um, hmm. In Nigeria, yeah, people are more into Premier League. That's a fact. However, there is this discussion between Ronaldo and Messi that never goes old. Like for that, that's how where you know those are more Barcelona fans. So I would say relatively big. It's usually between Madrid and Barcelona anyway for Spanish league. So yeah, it's pretty big and more. I'm getting to meet more people that are into Barcelona like almost every 3 days or so. So yeah, it's quite big here. Yeah.
So Messi is the guy who made you the fan, or you've been a fan since the Ronaldinho days and so on and so on?
Uh no, no. In fact, so I was mad in love with Zidane. Like watching him play was so when he retired, I was like, I think I'm just gonna give up on football. But then I just saw Barcelona and there's this in sync about the way they play that I'm like, damn, is that even possible? So the teamwork between the entire players was amazing. And what I loved about them was if Madrid is playing and losing, they are quick to get in red card. When Barcelona is playing and losing, they are calm. It's like they have that, I've given my best and yeah, move on to the next one. So I just love the personality of the team entirely. Messi being Messi, of course, and then with Xavi, Iniesta, like was just Daniel Alves. So everything just came together. Like okay, now this is what you call a team play, a
That's
team,
football.
team
That's
working together.
football.
So that was exactly. So that was what caught my heart really about Barcelona.
So Akeem, what do you think about this season right now? Your season thoughts, and what do you think, Coach Koeman? How good of a job has Koeman's done this season?
It's gonna be one of the hardest job really right now. Like from losing to Liverpool, losing to Roma, like over like that Champions League fallout, and then you come and you're told to get rid of big players, players that have sacrificed a lot, legends, in football, in Barcelona, coaching Messi. I mean, you need to know your onions, and I'm glad that even though it's been a tough ride, over time, it seemed to even mature into the role of a Barcelona coach, understanding what we need, like changing our training, should I say, routine, more physical. Because really, sometimes I remember then I'm like, it's like we're too easy to be bullied,
As
when
well
we're
as the
playing.
formations.
So
I mean, the player
yeah,
formations
formation.
were
Ooh,
unbelievable.
wow.
I mean, he went from the 4-3-3 to a whole different crazy stuff, and then he changed it again. And I mean, me personally, I think Koeman has done a fantastic job. Um, he all around, everybody's getting play except for my boy, but we're gonna talk about that later. But but I personally think season is definitely a success, regardless of what happens here at the end. Of course, as Barcelona fans, we always want to win everything. That's what we do. We want to win everything, regardless. We won one, now we want at least the domestic double. Hopefully, we
Yep.
get it. It's a very difficult road still to go, but we're fighting, right? So I agree
Yep.
with you. I think it's a very good. He's done a great job. I think we have a success season, regardless of results. But as always, Barcelona fans, we always want to win, and at the end of the day, that's the bottom line. So let's talk
Yeah, and if
about.
I could add, yeah. Sorry, if I
Uh,
could add, yeah. Um, what excites me the most about the job is done is that earlier this season we were like what eighth position, and now we're contending for the league. Like that's how much we've improved. So that alone is kudos to him. So yeah, I totally agree with you. He's done a good job. Yeah.
so let's talk about the one topic that to me has been the entire season, and that's the search for a number nine. We we let go of what I consider to be one of the best number nines in Luis
Well,
Suarez. And I still think Luis Suarez had more to give us, but I don't know the financial games that they had to play with and all this stuff. But we let him go, and now we're in search for one because we need one. Even how great we're playing, we still need one. So there's talks about Haaland, there's talks about Aguero, Depay, and so many of them. So what what do you look? What do you think our forwards? What should we go for? Who should we go for? And if we're going for somebody, who should we sell?
that's like one of the easiest questions right now for me. You know why? I'm a big fan of Haaland. I'm a big fan, and because of him, I'm beginning to even watch Dortmund play, like Champions League matches now. I want to watch, and then when I see, I mean, it's another thing to be quick. It's another thing to be tall, to be able to combine the two, and then be so hungry to score goals. It's like a younger version of Lewandowski, like someone that is just his job is to convert, and that's what he does. So
His awareness level is ridiculous,
ridiculous.
ridiculous. So I know I agree with you, man. I think if Haaland comes to Barcelona, I think
Yeah,
if Messi stays and Haaland is there, Haaland is gonna have a blast.
last.
I mean, because
That's
he
simple.
is fast, he's tall, and Messi could put that ball all the way up there in the middle of the freaking world, and he's so tall, he's just gonna just get it easily. I mean, it's one of those things that I think
Yeah,
Haaland should really look into that. Now, Haaland is right now valued at 121 million. You know,
ridiculous. It's
so
crazy.
yeah, to bring him in, we got to get rid of some people, and this is
Yeah,
simple stuff. I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think first, Dembele, you gotta go if you don't want to extend. You gotta go. That's 55 million right there. Can we get 55 million for him? I think so. I think
yeah,
somebody's willing to put it out there because he's still young and he still has a lot of chance to prove himself.
yeah, yeah.
Um, Coutinho is 44 million. Yeah, I don't know if we could get that for him. He's a little, he's still young though. He's 27, 28. He's not that old.
No, so that's like
Um,
94 million.
yeah, and then Pjanic got to go. Well, he's old, so
Definitely.
you are not going to get 30 million for him. You might get 20 million for him. And, so if you get 20 million, you're sitting close to what Haaland gets. And Braithwaite, you're 29 years old, and I'd rather sell you and give Conrad de la Fuente your position as the backup. That's just me, and we bring in Haaland. What do
Sounds
you
good
think?
to me. Sounds good to me. Like you mentioned, everyone that needs to go, as far as I'm concerned. No offense to other players. I mean, they've done their best clearly, but we're talking of results here. Okay. Um, let's look at Griezmann for example. The potential Griezmann has is nothing close to Dembele. Dembele is very fast. He's quick. He's a good dribbler. But for some reason, when it comes to result, you see Griezmann giving you more result than Dembele. So something is off.
And that's the
Pian,
thing. That's the funny part is that Everybody's been giving Griezmann a hard time for a while, but to me, the
Yeah.
last 2 3 months have been Griezmann has figured out how to fit in right side by side with Messi and the Barcelona squad. Because a lot of times you just see Griezmann kind of lost, and finally he's like not only being in the right position is his awareness of where he should be has finally stepped in, and now he's like easily just slotting in to where he has to go and getting those opportunities. Dembele,
Yes.
even though he had those opportunities, because a lot of the times we play for Dembele because of his speed, he goes, dribbles the ball, and he does a good job. He gets some good goals every once in a while, but not enough.
Yeah.
Half the time, it's so easy to take the ball away from him, which drives me nuts. You're that fast, man. Just kick the ball forward and outrun everybody. I mean, it's easy to say, right? It's easy to say,
Yeah, I know.
but
Yeah.
no, I agree with you. I think Dembele has it. Just result-wise, Griezmann is giving me more. That's why I didn't put Griezmann in my for sale. I think
No.
Griezmann is not for sale. Griezmann is a good guy to have there. He's a talented player and a talented creator as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And his
Um.
work rates, defending is remarkable.
Oh,
Like you can't take that away from him. He's
no,
like the only one that seems to have the energy to be in front and go back and then go back in front like a machine, Like so.
it's
No,
unreal.
I'm gonna
It's
keep him.
unreal.
No. He's so energetic. Like yeah, definitely.
With the return of Fati for next season, with the return of Fati for next season, to me, having a Dembele is just too much. You gotta let go of Dembele, especially if you bring in a Haaland. Haaland is gonna play. Messi is gonna play. Greece is gonna have his time. To me, take your time with Fati. Just bring him back slowly. You don't have to rush him in to doing all this time and all these minutes. So with the return of Fati, is huge. Trincao, you keep him there. You can loan him out. He whatever you need to do. Play him in some Copa del Rey. He's okay, but he's a young player that did not grow up in the Barcelona ways. He's learning the
Yeah,
Barcelona way. He's not like Conrad de la Fuente, who knows the Barcelona way. So, but Trincao has a talent that you could see. It's just gonna take
yeah,
time to build it for sure. All right. Anything else about the forwards, man?
yeah. Well, still talking of people that needs to go, like someone like Pjanic. Yeah, Pjanic needs to go. Initially, I thought it was going to be a good substitute, considering the fact that what it does in what he was doing in Juventus, the whole distribution of the ball and all, he was pretty good at that. Then he came to Barcelona. His first two matches, it seemed like he could do it, and then all of a sudden, I realized, wow, no, like decision making was kind of poor, and then the ability to even defend, that shield for the defenders wasn't there. He's one of the easiest midfielders you can dribble. So right now, and thank God, Busquets is back to his at least close to his best. Like what he's doing right now is amazing. So I see Pjanic going, Braithwaite going. I mean, he's not scoring goals, he's a striker. Okay.
Yeah, cut
So
off.
where do we
Cut
go
off.
back to?
All right. So you talked about Pjanic right at Pjanic. When you were done with Pjanic, it cut off on you. So we could go pick it back up there with Pjanic. So all right,
Pjanic.
let's go ahead and talk about Pjanic. You were saying that Pjanic was easy to take the ball away from him, and he just you're right about that. You were absolutely right about that, 100%. Uh, you know, we got to create a lot of space to bring in a big gun like Haaland.
Yeah.
And the other person that that is going to take a pay cut, and I think is great if he comes here, is Sergio Aguero. Aguero as a backup to Haaland will be an amazing guy, and he's willing to take a pay cut. As a matter of fact, right now he's valued at 27.5 million, and he's willing to take a massive pay cut for that. So hey, as long as he's willing to take that pay cut, hello, come on in. Plus the way I look at it is a good. He's a long time good friend of Messi, and might be another reason why Messi would stay. Just saying, just saying.
Okay. Well, now that you say it, when you look at it from your point of view, I may have to agree. Because personally, I didn't like the idea of Aguero coming for one reason and one reason only. Why did we sell Suarez if we're still gonna go for an older striker? But now, if he's ready to come, as a second option, no, the second striker, then that's fine because he can't. His level is not at his prime anymore. What we need is someone that is about getting to his prime or at his prime. Like someone like Alan, Alan is not at his prime. He's still evolving. So if we have Alan and we have Aguero as our strikers, oh my God, that's gonna be amazing. Because
Yep.
we know that Aguero has got the experience, he's got the ability. I mean, if he comes in having 20 minutes, 25 minutes once in a while, maybe one full game sometime, yeah, that might be a pretty good Barcelona squad.
Yeah. As for Memphis Depay, man, I mean, honestly, you know, he's my stir. If we can't get Haaland, I honestly, I don't know why spend the money on him, to be honest, but whatever. At this point, I'm just like, I honestly, I've watched him play and I'm not impressed. I'm not. It's just like Wijnaldum. I'm not impressed with Wijnaldum neither. So, anyway, let's move on to the midfield here. Let's talk about
Yeah.
Wijnaldum and the midfield. To me, Wijnaldum will be a waste of money. I saw him play with Liverpool. The only reason why I watched Liverpool is because the talks of Wijnaldum. And I said, let me see what this guy plays like. And and so I'm watching him. I'm like, what the hell are they looking at? Because I don't
Okay.
see how he fits in to a Barcelona way besides just being a Dutch guy besides Frankie de Jong. I'm like, no, that's not what we want. And then I'm so happy that Pedri has done what he's done this season. Pedri is just unbelievable. I am absolutely astonished of how well this young fellow has his head on the game. Usually young guys that age are doing crazy nonsense all the time, but he is steady, man, steady as heck. And I mean, Moriba was a surprise for me. I didn't expect him to
Yeah,
start this
at
season at all.
all, at
I didn't
all.
expect him to even get a chance. And when he got in, and his speed, his strength,
Thank
his
you.
strength is
Thank you.
just ridiculous. And he's still
Thank
learning. You could tell by the way he moves. He is still learning. So,
you.
again, another powerful guy. Ricky, I love Ricky. Ricky, another powerful midfielder that we have. De Jong, amazing. Busquets, old but great. We're not going to replace Busquets. We're not Busquets. I haven't seen a single person that plays like Busquets. I've never seen Mateus Fernandez play. I don't even know what he's the name in Barcelona. I'm like, I wish I had his job. I don't even have to play a game. I just practice and get paid. He's supposed to be good, but he hasn't even got a chance yet. So to me, it's like,
Yeah.
look, you could sell him too. I mean, he's only like $2 million. But hey, you can't save a penny, you can't save a dollar. So
Yeah.
you know, uh, to me, the youngsters we have is enough. We don't need any more midfielders. If you need another midfielder somewhere, somehow, I think we have enough midfielders in the Barca B program we could bring in. The young, I mean, if we get injured, Ricky is there. You get injured, you got Moriba is there. I like that Koeman's giving these guys trust, these young guys, so much trust. Do we need one more
Yeah.
midfielder? What do
Yeah.
you think? Should we bring
Mhm.
in another midfielder? Because it's going to be hard to bring in a Haaland and another midfielder of quality and Aguero. You know, do we need another midfielder? What do you think?
Right now, right now, you see, I think what really made us start looking for an alternative midfielder was because Busquets' performance dropped so hard. He was slower, way slower than we thought. His passes were not going through. I mean, now he's making some really good assists. 2 months ago, no, his passes were not clicking. His instinct just seemed to have faded. But right now, he's it's like he's getting back to himself. He can never get back to his prime, definitely we know, because of age and other things. But what is giving us right now, it makes us feel like, okay, with the likes of Moribra, because like you said, I'm quite surprised. His first game, I wasn't impressed because I'm like, who is this guy? Okay, I see the strength. I see him trying to play in front of Busquets, but I'm wondering, he's a bit too slow for that, quick transition or, back and forth. Is it the future Busquets? I really don't know right now. I thought that was what Kuma was probably trying to build. But then in the last two games, both of them have played in the same, in the team. Before, like 4 weeks ago, anytime Moriba came in, Busquets would go. But now he's having more playing time. So
Man, you got cut off right at the good spot.
uh,
It's all right. It's all right. Give me a second. You're right at Moriba when you talk about Moriba coming in and getting more time. Let it catch up with you. Good easily. You ready?
yeah.
All right, go for it. Moriba. So you're talking about Moriba coming in the last two games and playing a lot more. Keep going.
Yeah. So Moriba is coming in, playing more games and playing at the same time as Busquets. So it makes you wonder: is it there to really replace him in the future, or is just another option in the middle, like Puig, Pedri, and the like? So right now, I think the most competitive position to fight for is that midfield. I mean, you still have De Jong, that is also a versatile player. So when you think about it, I feel like if someone like Moriba can really develop, I don't see us having a need to bring in any other person in the middle. I think I would rather focus on our defense, for
I'm with you
attack
there.
and defense. Yeah,
With you there, 100%. And the other thing is, I know you noticed this whole season. When the young doesn't play good, we struggle.
mm,
We struggle drastically. So that's how important De Jong has become for the FC Barcelona midfield. And of
yeah,
course, the one guy I want to mention in the middle that I personally think we should never sell because he's the utility knife is Sergio Roberto. You could put him anywhere you want to, he'll play it. Everybody's saying sell him, sell him. I'm like, no, don't sell him because you know what? Somebody gets hurt. He's a good player to bring in
yeah,
regardless.
yeah.
So to me, I don't even put him in defense or midfield. I just leave him all by himself. Like you're a utility guy. You're my Swiss knife. Just stay there.
You're right. You're right.
And then our defense. Let's talk the defense. We have Eric Garcia, who's apparently going to sign up. He was a Barcelona player before. He went to Man City and stuff, and he did pretty good. Last talking points I had with another FC Barcelona fan, he was talking about how when he got that concussion, Eric Garcia really changed his way. He's a lot more hesitant in defense. I mean, which makes sense. You get a concussion, that's what happens.
Yeah.
But I personally think, that could be trained back. I actually think he's going to be a good addition to the defense. Is he like the greatest defense ever? No, but we cannot bring a Virgil van Dijk over here while you're trying to also bring in a Haaland. That just can't happen. So I think Eric Garcia is good. I'm really impressed with Mingueza. I'm really impressed with Araujo when he stays healthy. Every time he comes back from injury, he's just so sloppy. But when Araujo stays healthy, that boy is unbelievable defender. So Araujo, Mingueza are impressing me. Clement Langley has gotten some of the worst, comments from fans, but he's a good defender until the game that he plays like crap, and then everything goes wrong for him. But as for Piqué, he's gonna retire soon, and we can't just sell Piqué because nobody's gonna buy him. He himself said he might have one more year, which I think is good. If Eric Garcia comes in, you have Eric Garcia, who's young. He's still like 23 or 24 or something like, actually younger than that. I think 22. You have Araujo, Langley, and Mingueza. We're in a good spot there with Piqué. I'm okay with that. Umtiti, you gotta sell Umtiti, man. Make the money that you can. He's worth 11 million right now. Get 9 at least. So what do you think? All right, go ahead. Defense.
So I feel we're very lucky to have someone like Dest. Since Daniel Alves, I feel is like the closest thing we've got to him. He's versatile, he's fast, he's quick. He seems to have this self-confidence I like about him. I mean, we've seen Firpo disappear the moment he got to Barcelona. But him, nah, just seem even despite we've seen Messi scream at him a few times. But that doesn't stop him from still believing in himself like he can still be the right guy for us in that defense. So going as in forward, both wing backs, I feel we're lucky to have both relatively. Though we know Alba doesn't do the best job when it comes to defending, but at least his attacking has been pretty spot on the past few months. Yeah.
You know,
Oscar. Yeah, listen.
just to give you some about Des, man, you're
Yeah.
dang right about Des when it comes to like not being afraid of being himself.
Yeah.
You know, Danny Alves to me is the best right back to ever play the game. I've never seen a person play the game like him and be so good at that position. That's just me as a Barcelona fan, but yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Des is absolutely amazing to see what he could do, and he's learning. He's so young. He's still
Yeah.
learning.
Oh, it's still don't know,
But
man.
yeah, Oscar, man, you're gonna say Oscar.
Yeah, Oscar. Oscar is an interesting character in the defense. Now, though in the past 3 games, I think his tackling has improved, which was one of my major concerns. He's fast, so he's not the easiest to dribble. However, he seems to attract like getting cards easily. So he needs to be more, clinical with his tackles, which I think has improved. So now I'm beginning to have this confidence in having him as one of the starters in the defense. And then we have Arojo. Like I like him. I like Arojo. I like one of the reasons why I like him is also the ability to win the ball in the air. Like if you notice, he seems to win it effortlessly. Usually you will see PK win it getting a foul. Do you understand? But him is so strong that attackers usually struggle to keep up. So he wins that easily. I'm only hoping going forward. The goal is called against Villalord, or what was it? I just hope he can score more, corners for us. Like so, definitely PK. Brother is kind of old right now, but still, still kind of doing his thing, just like Busquets is still doing his thing. If he can do that, and if he's happy to help the young defenders grow, understand that he may not have the same playing time like he used to, then I'm totally fine. Like you said, there's no selling him. He's too old to be sold right now. And thank God, we saw what he played in the final. We saw what he played in the last game. Yeah, he's still delivering. So definitely. Titi, it's just unfortunate. That's just football, man. That's just football. Like next minute you're great, the next minute
Football is cruel. You're right about that one, man.
true. So we may just have to cut our losses and just let him go. So that someone like Gracia can also have some playing time. Gracia, when okay, initially before Barcelona started having interest in him, because I watch Premier League games as well. I watch him play and I'm like, okay. It's not Diaz, for example, for City. It's not. But I'm like coming to Barcelona in a, where someone like Piqué is there, maybe he may have a space. And because it's also Spanish, so fine.
He is a Barcelona La Masia guy.
Yes.
So that might be. It's kind of like when Piqué went to Man United.
And then
Piqué struggled. Piqué struggled in the
Mhm,
Premier League. Then he came back, and it was like, damn, where did this guy come from?
mhm.
He became one of the best defenders ever. So
Yeah.
that might happen with Garcia for all we
It
know.
might, it might, it might. So I think so who else? Who else is there at the back? Oh,
Langley, man,
Langley.
Clement Langley.
You see, Umtiti and Langley have something in common. And that is the ability to give a good pass from the back because of their left foot. Piqué can do that because he's right-footed. It's just like Messi. There are some passes Messi gives is because he's left-footed and because he's playing from the right. Do you understand? So I've seen Langley make some really good passes to Alba. I'm like, nice. And I've seen Umtiti do the same thing. But right now, his level of consistency is a little too high. Inconsistency is a little too high for me to feel comfortable. Like, and those error, and I feel like is one of the slowest, apart from PK, is one of the slowest defender we have right now.
Yeah.
And it's high time we start having faster defenders, stronger defenders. So for that reason, if he's relegated to the bench, if he can be sold, but then can we sell Umtiti and Langley at the same time? Maybe that may be a bit risky. But I'm not really a big fan of Langley right now.
I mean, if he could be a bench center back for us, that'll be amazing. That'll be absolutely
We're fine.
But we are in need. We are definitely in need for a backup for Jordi Alba. And if I was a young left back, I would want to be in Barcelona because Jordi Alba got a few years to go and he's done. And Jordi Alba is what, 32 years old now? I think that's what he is. So, you know, he has 2 to 3 more years and he's not going to be there anymore. So if I was a young left back, I would be like, look, I want to put my foot in Barcelona because I think I could do it. You know, if I had the game somewhat similar and the speed that Alba has. Because that's important because Alba's fast. I mean, you know, you see Alba, he's so dang short and you're just like, damn. How the hell does he run so fast? But that boy could book it, man. You know, and they're my height, man. Messi and him, they're 5'7". I'm 5'7". So I'm like, yo, I love these guys, man. To me, it's like, these are my people, you know? And then you see that it's going to be funny to see if Haaland does come, to see Haaland and Messi. Messi kind of looking up at Haaland like, what the hell? But I mean,
come on. If Messi could cope with Ibrahimovic, come on, I'm sure he's going to be fine. Like, that's a tall guy right there. So,
yeah. And, you know, but Haaland is definitely not as crazy arrogant as Ibrahimovic. Just
no, far from it. No. That's our player right there. Yeah.
This is another place where I believe we could get money from, and that's in the goalkeeping area. I don't understand why we have to go get Neto, and we're paying Neto around 11 million right now. Neto hasn't really played much. To me, it's like, look, let Neto go, and keep Iñaki Peña as your backup. You know what I'm saying? If Ter Stegen gets hurt, I mean, come on, Iñaki Peña is a Barcelona grown person. He's tall as heck too. I don't know if you've seen Iñaki Peña yourself. He's taller than Ter Stegen. He's pretty fast. He's just he's 22 years old right now. So I don't believe he'll stick around that much longer as a backup, as a third string backup. So to me, you could get another $11 million from Neto to be able to bring some of these players in and, you know, give that promotion to Iñaki Peña to play at that, you know, that second role, maybe take over some of the Copa del Rey matches for Ter Stegen for him to rest. And, you know, bring in a younger guy for the third string, if possible. You know, Cillessen was an amazing goalkeeper when he was the backup. And, you know, when he decided to leave, I'm like, you should have done that 2 years ago. That was what I said, you know, but yeah, I think that's another place we could get some money.
Yeah, I could totally agree with you. I mean, thankfully, I think he's willing to leave, actually. Neto, I think he's willing to leave. So, just putting on the same, you know, sales board like Dembele, Coutinho, Pjanic, and because we need to cash out as much as we can.
Yeah,
because we are in a bad financial state right now, and any liability is as well we don't need it.
It's gonna hurt.
So yeah.
And the last thing to talk about.
Messi.
It's our boy Messi, man. Who's not going to talk about Messi? Messi, you know, I personally don't think it's going to be his last year with us. And there's a few reasons. Some of them have nothing to do with football. It has to do with his family, because his family absolutely loves the city. His wife is in love with the city. His kids love the city. They love the school they go to. All these things. It's not easy to up and grab and say, I'm going to go play in England, or I'm going to go play in the U.S. and Inter Miami. If he comes to Inter Miami, he's done lost his mind. The U.S. Soccer League, that's retirement football. He's not ready to retire. He needs to give me at least another 5 years of good football before he decides to come to the U.S. That's ridiculous. I don't care if you give me 3 years in Barcelona and 2 years in the Turkish league. The U.S. league is retirement football. That's where like Pirlo came over to retire, because the U.S. is the only place that's going to pay you millions just for your name. Honestly, don't come to the U.S. until you're ready to absolutely retire. You know, they were talking about, Messi bought a house in Miami. Messi could have a house everywhere in the world that he wants to. That doesn't mean he's going to move to Miami. Miami's just a nice city. That's really what it is. Nice beaches, I guess. But yeah, I honestly don't believe that he'll leave. His family loves the city. His kids love it. They go to school there. He has a business there. He has all this stuff there. I don't think he's just going to up and leave, especially knowing how much love the city and all the fans have for him, and how much we're willing give in and give out. Laporta's got to do a good job in convincing him with money, but Messi also got to make sure that he's understanding where he is in his career. As of right now, it says he dropped in his value to 88 million. He dropped in value to 88 million. I'm like, hold up, man. Come on, Messi, man. You know, but hey, Messi's never been about the money. It's just the money has always been about him. That's the way I kind of look at it.
Word.
So I don't believe he's gonna leave. I really hope he doesn't leave. It will surprise me that he leaves. So what do you think, man? What do you think?
First of all, I think the fans should come back. I feel the person that misses the fan the most is probably Messi, man. When I've played some football, but I have never been a star. But imagine thousands of people chanting your name. Like, it's crazy. So I feel like if the fans should come back and then that chanting starts, reminds him of why he's been here all this while. So that alone, I think, would convince him, like, nah, I'm home, man. I'm home. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. And really, people say Messi this, Messi that. Barcelona has been guilty of the fact in the past that when we're with the ball, we players are with the ball, they seem to look for Messi all over the place. And that was understood that, and it kind of became easier to defend because they knew what was going to happen. We now became very predictable. Now we're not.
And you're right. And you said it. You said it because attitudes like Serginho Dest. Attitudes like his. They were just like, look, I know Messi's playing with me, but I'm gonna do me. And if I make a mistake and Messi yells at me, I'm just gonna raise my hand, and be like, my bad, and keep going. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep doing my thing. It's not this attitude where it's like, I have to pass to Messi. I have to pass to Messi. I have to pass to Messi. It's like, what is Messi doing? Messi, I gotta make Messi happy. No, it's an attitude. It's like, look, we're here to win, man, and we're gonna do our best to win. And if you're the guy that I'm gonna pass it to, I'm gonna pass it to you. But if you're not Messi, I'm not passing it to you. Period. If I see a chance to score, I'm gonna score. And that's it. And that's I think you're right. You are absolutely right. These youngsters that are here right now, they decided that, look, they're gonna do what's best for the team and not what's best for Messi. And I think that was the biggest issue when we always brought someone into Barcelona, is like they want to please Messi. And it's our fault a lot for the media who says things like this, because I really doubt that Messi's going out there saying, like, you have to pass me the ball.
Oh, hell no.
Messi's too damn humble to do something like that. I could see Ronaldo do that all day. I could see Ibrahimovic do that.
Oh, yeah.
But
Mr.
Messi is humble, and he might tell you, he's like, hey, I'm open. Pay attention to where the ball is going. But I seriously doubt that he will say those things. But no, I agree, man. I think if the fans come back, which I don't think they're coming back anytime soon, a lot of, we're not going to get into the politics of this entire thing. But if the fans come back and just say Messi, Messi, Messi again, I think he'll just be like, yeah, I'm home. I'm not leaving here. And when I leave, I'm leaving because I'm old as hell and I can't keep up anymore. And I'm going to go retire in the U.S. just because they're going to pay me the millions that other places won't pay me.
Or Qatar. You never know.
You never know. I mean, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Well, yeah, Messi being Messi, the things it does is crazy. I mean, literally, you pass the attacking, but then it decides when to attack, and then you attack it. It switches the game like that easy. It's not, sometimes you can predict when, okay, they are attacking. No, it can just decide, okay, when it takes on 3 defenders now. And it is going to do it successfully. And his passes, God. I mean, back then, I used to say, we had Xavi, we had Iniesta, that were great passers of the ball. Yeah. And then he was there to convert. Now he's like the best passer in the middle, in the entire team. So you want to take that? I mean, we're gonna miss him badly. No, really, I think going forward, we need to start planning 3-4 years ahead. How do we cope with Messi leaving? But
Yeah.
that's a story for another day. I'm not about to be bothered about that. Right now, I just want to enjoy seeing Messi as long as I can. Like that's it. That's it.
Yeah, we get there to that point, we ain't never gonna stop talking. I can tell you that right
Yeah.
now, because
Yeah.
to replace Messi, you got to bring a squad. To replace Messi, you can't bring one player.
Absolutely.
That's just the
Absolutely.
fact. Well, Akeem, listen, man, this is awesome. This is I always love talking to you fans because I learn a lot myself, man. I learn a lot. I enjoy it. I'm not the biggest. I love to analyze the game and do my part of the analysis. I love to hear what you guys think. I love when you comment on my stuff. I'm just like, man, hey, Akeem commented. Let's see what's up, and then we go at it. And we're not always
Well,
agreeing on things, but when we don't agree, I see where you're coming from, and then when I look at the game, I'm like, oh, I see where he's coming from now. Because sometimes I miss the things that you guys watch, and I love this, man. I started doing this because of fun. I love my team. I've been following this since Ronaldinho made me the big fan of it. But in the '90s with Romario and what's his name? Oh God, I forgot his name already. Anyways, I watched it there, then Ronaldinho, then Messi. Just I completely fell in love with the whole team, and of course
yeah.
Iniesta, Xavi, Busquets, Alves, you name it, man. Puyol, all those guys were just,
Yeah.
just an unreal team. But it's fun, and this is what I'm thinking. This is it. Barcelona's fans to me are just we're fans of Barcelona not just because of the players. We fan because of the way they play, the way they like you said it earlier, the passing, the fluidity, the
Mm,
the absolute magic that happens in every touch
yeah.
that
Magic.
that
Yeah.
makes this team so amazing.
Yeah.
It's fun, man. It's crazy. I'm here in the U.S. You're over there in Nigeria. We're having a good time. We're having fun. We're Barcelona fans. Everywhere you go,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
Barcelona fans. Everywhere I go, I got a Barcelona stuff on. When I went to Spain, I was getting hated a lot by other people because
Hell, I'm sure.
they hate Barcelona over there, except for Barcelona. But man, I'm telling you, it's a good time. If you ever have an opportunity to go visit the Camp Nou, man, I'm telling you, it's one of the most beautiful places,
Fingers
football
crossed.
pitches I've ever seen, I've ever been
Oh
a
yeah,
part
you
of.
can tell. You can
And
tell from the yeah.
my kids, I took him to, we went in there and we sat in the bench and stuff like that, and it was gorgeous. It was just a beautiful city to go to. If you could ever do it again, if this whole thing opens up again for tourism and stuff, absolutely recommend 100%. You spend like 5 days in Barcelona, man, and just walk the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
city. It's beautiful and it's easy to get
It's
around,
lovely.
anyways.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, Akeem, it was beautiful talking to you, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep
Thanks.
going at it, and if I find something else to talk about with you, man, I'm gonna holler at you again and be like, "Yo, hey, let's plan something. Let's talk."
Anytime.
All right,
Anytime.
all right,
And thanks
Akeem.
for all
Well,
your videos. Like I always look forward to, those videos. Like I just like the analysis.
thank you, thank you.
It's always great to have objective conversations, when you're not so rigid in your thinking. Like you said, you could watch and actually miss something. So when I watch your videos, I'm like, oh, I like this guy. I like the way, Coach Jrod talks. That the way your introduction is always crazy. Yeah, then the way you check out is like, yeah, that's Jrod right there. So yeah,
Appreciate it,
thanks for
man.
having me. Thanks for anytime, please. I'll be more than happy to. Thank you
Appreciate
so
it,
much.
man. Absolutely.
Okay.
Hey, anything you want to say to all the Barcelona Life guys there on the Barcelona Life app, man?
Oh well, let's keep hoping. I believe right now, in fact, the thing is, I think we've already had a great season already. I didn't think we'll be here right now. So the fact that we are even here competing, because that was a problem. We were not competing, but now we're competing, guys. Let's love every moment and let's keep following and supporting and being optimistic about Barcelona. That's all
That's
over,
right.
Barcelona all over the place. Yeah.
That's right. Well, hey,
Right then.
everybody, this is Akeem right there for you. Y'all know how it goes, man. Forca Barça, Visca Barça, Barcelona fans for life. They come from everywhere. That's what we do. We're from everywhere. All right. I choose to believe. I know you do too. Akeem knows you do too. Okay.
Yep.
We're coolers. We're going to unite because that's what we do. And let's go get that second trophy. Let's win that domestic double.
Yeah,
All
baby.
right. Let's make it happen. All
Yeah.
right. We're out, man. We're out.
All right.
Boom.